Hey! Is the noon train on time?
Supposed to be.
Feels like it's time.
Fair enough.
BBN Jackfruits. What's up, party people? How's everybody doing? I'm hoping everybody's having a beautiful day. We got a couple of things to talk about. First thing is this. I do want to have a discussion today at some point. It's probably going to be early about the migrants that had been sent to Kamala Harris's home or something along those lines. So I do want to have that conversation because I just want to say this, and not really a whole conversation, but I want to say this to lead off the show, and then we're going to get to this Olympics BS. Democrats, and I'm talking about the voters, y'all elect people, and then y'all get upset at their policies. While the whole entire time they were campaigning, they were telling you what they were going to do. So I don't get it. This is just me talking. I don't get it. Through Joe Biden's whole entire campaign, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris's whole entire campaign, they were saying Trump's is in the fold. They want to open up the borders. They want to invite the whole world in, free of charge. Now that all of these problems have been created with the whole world being invited in, free of charge, Democrats, the voters, they're not mad at the people who actually did it. They're mad at Trump, who was trying to prevent it. So I need explanations. Put them in the chat. So now let's talk about this whole Olympics fiasco. The first thing I want to say is, for everybody that don't know, a major contributor to the Olympics have dropped out. They're called SUBCRIBE. They were saying their name like crazy. And I didn't understand what the hell. Something else. I didn't understand what the hell they were trying to say. But it's spelled like this. SUBCRIBE. They are a major contributor to the Olympics, and apparently they're one of the largest telecommunications businesses, corporation networks in America, just so we could be clear. So they have backed out. I'll show y'all a picture why they have backed out, because this is absolutely insanity. We have a question up that is basically this video file, the extra camera slides. I don't really have a slideshow. I mean, I just want to show. You know what? Kind of hate that I got to do it like this sometimes. What up, Kyra Knows? How you doing this morning? What up? Jamal Fareed. So hold on. Let me find the thing real quick. So this is what's up for why people are in an uproar. I believe they should be. Wait, what up? Did I put it in the right one? I must have put it in the... Oh, no. I know what I did wrong. Hold on. So this is what has everybody in an uproar. And I just want to say this, and I want to be clear about this. First, everyone up there, with the exception of the person who is sitting in the seat that's supposed to be the Son of God, everyone else, I believe, is a man. You want to know what the Bible says? That we're not supposed to make any effigies, pictures. We're not supposed to make any anything at all depicting, God or Jesus. We're just not supposed to do those things. Just so we could be clear. And just so we could be clear also, obviously this painting is not of the real Son of God for multiple different reasons, including the Bible explaining how he looked and the way him looking having nothing to do with this. So I just want to say something real quick, and then we're gonna talk about some of the other shenanigans that's going on around this, basically because this happened. The first thing is this. Do you understand how wicked these people have to be? Could somebody explain to me what this has to do with the Olympics? Could somebody explain to me what this has to deal with athleticism? First of all, the person they have in the middle is obese. Let's not act like that's not what's going on. Could somebody explain to me what this has to do with the Olympics? This is nothing at all to do with the Olympics. Zero things. This is just some kind of idea that someone had, and they were just looking for an opportunity to use it and get the most visibility possible. That's all that happened. For whatever the reason is, France has these laws, okay? So France has these laws that allows for it has a very broad definition of art, basically. So France has these laws that allow for a very broad definition of art. So there is a good chance that there is nowhere else on earth that could have been held and they could have put this on. That's one. Two, the Chinese backed out of the Chinese are like backed out of the Olympics or some shit. Hold on, let me bring this up. South Korea fumes over Olympic ceremony gaffe. China's also upset, by the way. China Olympic team denies issue with summer heat in Paris. That's not what it. Maybe I was thinking. No, China's also pissed. Hold on. Look what the Associated Press wrote. Chinese Olympics opening was wacky and wonderful. What in the hell? And people go to these people right here, the AP Press, right? And they report on things. And y'all just eat it up. And if you notice what they report on, most of the time they report Democrats good, Republicans bad. Eat it up. South China Morning Post. Paris Olympics opening ceremony branded as worst ever. So they said it's wacky and wonderful, fam. These are the same people that praise the Democrats. What we have right here where they're saying Korea pulled out, but it wasn't just Korea, because China is upset due to Christian and Buddhist disrespect. They pulled it already. Nah, hold on. They couldn't have pulled it already. Hold on. Maybe I spelled Buddhist wrong. No. They pulled it already. I saw it somewhere where they said China specifically. We already see them saying Korea. Apparently. But I think I just put too many words. I should have had a Tonight Show last night. Right now, the only thing left up is South Korea. I should have had a Tonight Show last night when I saw it. There's a lot of people upset and pissed, by the way. So they said that Olympic game organizers said they deeply apologize for introducing South Koreans athletes as North Korean during the opening. What the fuck? So they just fucking up all the way around. Why are South Korean people so upset about a gaffe at the Olympic opening ceremonies? Also, remember, there's a large part of the world that is Catholic. What up, Show Nuff? What up, Fiction? What up, Incognito? How y'all doing this morning? There's also, God will not be mocked. The Most High will not be mocked. There's a large portion of the planet who is Catholic, just so we can be clear, who subscribes to Catholicism. This is just bananas. I don't know what to tell you. And I just want to be clear about this. For all of you, and this is why I led off the show talking about Democrats real quick. For all of you Democrats, y'all do know the rest of the world think y'all crazy, right? I'm going to say this again. All of you Democrats, you do know the rest of the world think that you're crazy, right? They think you're crazy because of the people that you vote for and the policies that they enact. So I'm saying all that to say this. If what just happened with the Olympics isn't proof that the rest of the world does not care for this DEI shit, that the rest of the world is not co-signing this LGBTQ movement where everything has to be gay. If that wasn't proof, I don't know what is. Did y'all hear about this? Yes, they are. Fiction. They absolutely are. They're a child group that likes to do stuff with children. They are absolutely are. Hold on. I posted it, so let me show you. Look at what's going on. For all of you people that keep, for whatever the reason is, y'all think these Democrats is on the right side of this conversation. They're not. Look what they did in France. This is where the Olympics is being held also. They're playing music, but I don't want YouTube to fuck with me. Look at all those people. All of those people protesting that shit. Show enough says I pray for all of them because they're gonna need it. It was a disgrace. Very annoyed. I don't watch the Olympics no more, but I stopped watching the Olympics a couple of years ago just so we could be clear. So when I say I don't watch the Olympics no more, I don't watch the Olympics no more. I remember growing up and we watched the Olympics when I moved in with my stepmother. Like we kind of watched the Olympics like a family. Like, you know, we didn't really, you know, we watched the Olympics. It was on the TV, but it was really like family time. You understand? I guess that was the last time that I really, really watched the Olympics. Probably late, like my late teens, early 20s, you know, and then a few times outside of that when like big things were happening. You understand what I'm saying? Like I watched a couple of the dude that swim, Phelps. I watched a couple of his meets and stuff like that. Obviously we were all watching Usain Bolt to a degree. You understand what I'm saying? Like when real celebrity athletes popped up, we'd watch. You understand? Or I'd catch it on replay or something like that. But generally speaking, I don't watch the Olympics. And that being is because I always thought the Olympics was kind of not my energy, with all due respect. I always thought the Olympics was not my energy. You know, like even when I watched it as a family, I wasn't there watching it with my stepmother and with my cousins and my brothers or whoever was in the house at that time. I wasn't just watching it because I was watching the Olympics. I was just hanging out with my family and the Olympics was on TV. You understand what I'm saying? It's like completely, totally different. Like we all know we let the TV watch us every now and then. Absolute insanity. That has to be one of the most blasphemous things I've seen on such a big stage. I don't think I've ever seen anything as blasphemous as that. And not just that, that is proof, hands down proof, that all of this LGBTQ stuff, I don't care what you do on your own. You're a whole grown adult. What you and your friends decide to do is what you and your friends decide to do. My issue is I don't want to be forced to do anything that I don't want to do. I don't want to be put into a situation where you're trying to limit all of my options to try to force me to do the thing that you want me to do to try to control me. Anytime that happens, I don't F with you no more. Period. Once I think something like that is going on, I just don't F with you no more. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to go back and forth. I don't want to fight. I'm just me and you not cool no more. I probably won't even tell you. I'm just being honest. I probably won't even tell you. I probably just stop talking to you. See you, walk right past you. This is not a situation where I'm angry. I'm not upset. I don't want revenge. But I know that by having you around me, you're going to try to manipulate the situation and try to force me to do the things that you want me to do. And that's how I feel the LGBTQ community is. They're constantly trying to force other people to get down with what they're down with. instead of just, accept me. Remember when they just wanted to be accepted? Not a problem. You can go out there and go do all of the dangerous things us other people are doing, right? But now it's not about acceptance. It's about conversion. It's about converting as many people as possible. It's about getting as many people as possible to do the things that they're doing. That sounds like Satan's work to me. Fiction says, are we wrong for saying no to 4-6? No, I just told you my position on it. Anytime anybody tries to force me to do something by screwing up other things to make it so I only got one, I don't deal with you no more. And I don't care. I don't care about what I don't care. I grew up with narcissists. The only way to deal with narcissists, I didn't say all LGBTQ people were like that. Don't come in here cursing at me. That's your only whatever you're getting. Anything after this that you're talking about, anything else, I'm just gonna kick you. Nobody said all LGBTQ people were like that. Don't put words in my mouth. All right. If you're not intelligent enough to make an argument for the things that you like, or make an argument against the things that you don't like without putting words in my mouth, I don't want to talk to you. Is that clear? Yeah, I don't want to talk to you. If you're not intelligent enough to be able to present your point without putting words in my mouth, and I don't want to talk to you. Remember, you don't got to be here. Let's look at this post real quick. Do you think the Olympics opening ceremony was blasphemous? 62%. We have 26 people that voted. 62% said yes. 19% said no, and 19% said they just want to see the results. People are crazy. People hear you say something, and then they just get so emotional, and that's why y'all Democrats are so dangerous. Everything is about emotion. Nothing is about intellect. Nothing is about intelligence. Nothing isn't about what's the best thing to do. Everything is about how you feel. Everything. In any regard. So I have an issue with that. I have a 100% issue with being forced to do anything that I don't want to do. So once I see somebody come around and all of a sudden my options seem to just be going away and I don't know why, and then I figure out it's this person trying to, herd me into doing the thing that they want me to do, I'm just not going to deal with them no more. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to try to get revenge. I'm not even going to badmouth you. I'm just going to literally go about my business and go do something else. Period. So with that being said, nope, screw the Olympics. Screw the Olympics, all of the screwed in of the Olympics. The fact that they let that whatever the hell that was had nothing at all to do with athletics. The Olympics is supposed to be a festival showing the most brilliant athletes in the world competing with one another. What in the hell did that opening ceremony have to deal with that? It had nothing at all. These are just a group of people that are trying their hardest to to convince as many other people to be gay as possible. I'm 100% with you. Screw the director. And I also believe that there are people that's a part of the LGBTQ community that don't agree with all of this shit being forced down people's throats. I'm black. I hate when I constantly hear people talking about that's racist and that's racist when ain't shit racist. You just got bad character. I'm black. I hate to hear that I gotta vote for Kamala Harris because she's black. That sounds ignorant. I'm black. I hate that anytime somebody talks about the police, I have to hate them. Why? Are they bad police officers? Absolutely. But why do I have to hate every police officer? Because I'm black? So no, I don't think every person that's gay or part of the LGBTQ community is a part of this damn agenda. Just so we could be clear. You should probably talk to a person before you make assumptions. I have actual friends who are a part of the LGBTQ community. And the ones that are my friends, I have never seen them on this everybody got to be gay trip. Ever. Just to be honest with you. I don't know if I could say friends. Well, I have a couple of friends. I've had more associates, like I've worked at places where people work and like that, more like that. You'd be surprised who's gay, fam. You'd be surprised. That's why I want to say something. That's why I think a lot of these dudes, and this is not no disrespect, this is just a point I want to make. I remember growing up, and it was people were always saying, sometimes niggas go to jail, they do whatever years, and then they get out and they do another crime to go back to jail on purpose. Because they husband in jail or their wife is in jail or whatever, however you want to call it. And I think that nowadays that's 100% what people be on. I think a lot of dudes that been in jail for long, because that's part of what jail was supposed to be. Well, that's part of the reason in which why they want to jail a lot of people in general. Anyway, they're not stupid. You know what I'm saying? They know how this shit work. You put somebody in jail for 20 years, sooner or later they're gonna, it's the assumption that at least a good percentage of them sooner or later are gonna start looking at other men and start fornicating with them. If you put somebody in jail that can't, I don't want to go into that because it is what it is. But what I was trying to say is there's a lot of dudes out here right now running around the street that y'all call big homies and everything else, and they just hanging out with you because they trying to figure out if they can smash or not. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Just gonna throw that out there. They just want to figure out if they can smash or not, so they hang out with you. Depending on if they could smash or not is depending on how they talking about you behind your back. Once they find out they can't smash, they bashing you like crazy. Because the last thing they need for you is to go around somebody and say, yo, that nigga did some weird shit. And then everybody else is like, yo, you know what? He did some weird shit around me too. Now the whole conversation is up in the air that you might be a weirdo. You understand? You get it? So that's why whenever I see people bashing other niggas for no reason, I just, keep it in the back of my head. Like, this guy really doesn't have any reason to not like that other guy. Maybe it's something else going on. In any regard. Just saying. Because I got some weird energy about me that makes like gay people want to try me, male and female, by the way. I got some weird, like male and female. So I got some like weird energy about me, and it make gay people want to try me, male and female. You'd be surprised at how many gay women. You'd be surprised. I'm talking about the dykes too. You like I don't know if that's an acceptable term. I'm talking about the aggressors. You'd be surprised. That's what I say. You'd be surprised. I got like a weird energy about me. Apparently, it make people happy. You know what I'm saying? Like people enjoy being my friend when I'm in a good mood. Anyway, One of my best friends, her name was Daisy. She's a part of that community. And I didn't even realize she might actually want to sleep with me. I never slept with her. She might realize that I didn't even realize she actually wanted to sleep with me until I started dating Kendra. And I'm like, yeah, nah, what you doing? I'm in the crib, I'm chilling. Who is it? Just me and Daisy. She's like, why that girl all the way is at your house? I'm like, we just watching movies, yo. She used to be like, why is that girl always at your house? I think none of it. I didn't think none of it. Anyway, let's get back to what we're talking about. So I'm gonna put the image back up on the screen again real quick. Just say that she'd be pissed. You're like, why she always at your house? I'm like, she's not into me, yo. She has a girlfriend. A cutie, too. She was dating some cutie, some super cutie. I was like, she's not into me. She got a girlfriend. I have no idea if she was into me. I don't think so. If I wasn't with Kendra and I knew she was into me, I would have 100% had, did stuff with her. Probably got into a relationship with her. I liked her. She was cool. She's a good homeboy. Like, she was like that kind of chick. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could just go do God stuff with her. That's the best chick to have. A chick that you could go do God stuff with. Like, that's the best chick. Like, you want him to be girly and look cute and all that stuff. She had a fatty too. You want him to be girly and look cute and all that. Don't get it confused. But when you got a homegirl that you could just go do whatever with, and it's a chick, but she like, yeah, that's a different level of dope. I appreciate you, Kathy V. I didn't want to kick you. I'm trying to not kick people. I didn't want to kick people, but I did understand why you could have thought what I was saying was a little. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I try to be understanding. So this is basically the image. I'm gonna tell you right now, I am 100% against what they was doing at the Olympics. I think everybody should just stop watching the Olympics. They should just boycott this Olympics. That's what I think everybody should do. Because I promise you this, they wouldn't have did that to the Muslims. They wouldn't have mocked Muslims. I promise you. They would not have mocked Muslims. I promise you. I promise you. They wouldn't have mocked Muslims. They scared to death of the Muslims. They would have mocked Muslims. They would have been shit blowing up right now in France. They wouldn't have mocked Muslims. If this isn't a mockery, I don't know what is. Whoever the director is that put this together, he needs to be all of the fired. They need to fire him, rehire him, fire him a couple of times. They should consider putting him in jail, to be honest with you. They can't infiltrate Islam. Nope. If they would have disrespected the Muslims, it would have been so much. It would have been bombs everywhere. They would have been bombs everywhere. They would have been blowing everybody up. They wouldn't have played with these dudes. That's how we got to start getting. Not for nothing. Over here in America. I don't be trusting any of these things that I get while I'm on the show. I'm going to send this to my homeboy and ask him what he think about these email addresses. But nah, they need to send that dude straight to jail. Also, all of these individuals involved in these shenanigans, like everybody involved in this mess. Look at these people. Then they had the dude that was singing. I don't want to put all these images on my page, so this is the only one I'm going to show. Pardon me. But do y'all remember the dude they had dressed in green? I didn't see the whole damn thing because there's no way I could watch that. It's just not for me. But I heard he was singing to like kids. Dude was in Speedos. So I got a question. And I just want you to understand just how effed up the Democrats are. So the rest of the world seen the Democrats, because you do know what they just tried to do, right? You know that shit that they do in our schools over here in America? You know the shit that they do in our schools up there, in the schools up there in Canada? When they have those drag queens go in there half naked with their junk spilling out of their boxes and out of their underwear, singing to children, reading books to children, dancing in front of children, gyrating and all that. This is the rest of the world basically saying that they don't agree with that bullshit. That's what this is, whether you get it or not. This is the rest of the world saying, we do not agree with this. We are against this. This is not something that we want to be a part of. Our politicians over here are corrupt. I don't know no other way to put that. They're corrupt. And what does Donald Trump keep saying? They're dangerous. I need for you to explain to me how they're not dangerous. Because all of this is part of that agenda that they got going on. And as you can obviously see, that agenda don't fly nowhere else on the fucking planet. That agenda don't fly nowhere else on the planet. You got places that completely embrace the LGBTQ community, and they're still against drag queens going into schools and dancing in front of children half naked. Fiction said there was a scandal a while back where students switched gender roles and gave lap dances to faculties. Oh, sheesh. Yeah, and they had the students that was giving, like, faking like they was giving some of the faculty members head and everything, right? Is that the one you talking about? They had them like in the gym sitting in chairs, and then you had the student members going looking like they was going down on them and everything else. Is that what you're talking about? I'm trying to see if that's what he's talking about. Yeah, that's what he's talking about. He said, yeah, that's scandal. Look, look. At this point, I'm gonna say something. I want to be clear on this. Do y'all know why I keep trying to tell y'all be careful about who you vote for? I've said this numerous times before, but I'm gonna repeat this. When you vote for somebody, you're telling God who you side with. So when you voting for these politicians, you're telling God how you want the world to be made. This is why I keep telling people y'all need to be more careful about who you vote for. So I just want to be clear about this. I keep hearing Donald Trump lies about everything. Because somebody tell me a lie that Donald Trump said. I'm not talking about we just got bad information, so therefore, I'm talking about a lie. When you know something is not true and then you repeat it. Not being ill-informed, but a lie. So I would like to know, with all due respect, what Donald Trump has ever lied about on a political platform. That's one. Two, I want to know why the destruction of America is so important. Because the Democratic Party obviously wants to destroy America. So I want to know, why is it so important? I don't want to hear that they're not trying to destroy America. I see them doing it. We all see them doing it. It's just whether you want to admit it or not. So what I want to know is, why is it so important? This is them attempting to take that to another level. So now it's not just important to destroy America, but it's also important to destroy the world. That's what this is, in my opinion. It's not just about destroying America. It's about destroying the world. So just listen. So you know what Russia did? Russia considers the LGBTQ community movement agenda to be terrorists. I'm not sure if they're saying gay people or the people that's trying to push the agenda. I'm assuming they're saying people trying to push the agenda. And what they're saying is that they're a terrorist group. And I want to be clear on something. Whoever's behind trying to kill Donald Trump, guess what they are? I'm going to say this again. Everybody involved with trying to kill Donald Trump, guess what they are? Terrorists. So when you go into that voting booth and you vote for the Democrats, that's tantamount to somebody in Israel voting for a politician who's Hamas. I believe Democrats are terrorists at this point. You cannot complain that the violence in the streets is getting worse while at the same time saying defund the police. So they want to defund the police, but they're also saying the violence in the street is getting worse. So which problem do you want us to handle first? Because these are the opposite ends of the spectrum. That's how you control people. You argue from both sides of the argument. All of the idiots are going to fall right in line. The people that can't think for themselves, they're going to fall right in line. The only people you have to worry about is the people who could think for themselves. That's it. Don't got to worry about it. There's going to be, in a country like America, millions of people who they cannot think for themselves. Tens of millions, 20s of millions, 100 million people can't think for themselves. 200 million people can't think for themselves. The only people you have to worry about is the people who can think for themselves. That's it. Because once I hear somebody trying to argue both sides of the conversation, I know that they can't be trusted. I probe just to make sure that this is what they're doing on purpose. No, man, this guy can't be trusted. And just let them talk. It don't matter what they say after that. Nothing matters. They can't be trusted. That being said, if you are enjoying the show, you could always pull up to the Cash App, Super Chat, and or PayPal. And definitely appreciate everybody who drops PayPals and Super Chats. And we've been getting Super Chats. I guess that's what you want to call it. Gifts or whatever. When we're offline, I definitely appreciate you guys. You guys are the best. Everybody's the best. The absolute best of the motherfuckers that pull up here in the morning and be like, let me buy you some coffee. You guys are the greatest. I'll be needing that coffee sometime. Right today, I could have felt like I should have got a coffee before the show started. I'll be honest with you. I don't want to stay on the live too long today. Is there any input anybody has on this particular subject? Any input at all? I hate the fact that my camera just keeps readjusting like this. Is there any input anybody has on this particular subject? Anything that y'all want to say? Anything y'all want to ask me? Put it in the chat. We're doing a lot of other work during the day, and I need to get to that ASAP. Yo, did y'all hear when Kamala Harris said that she made her collard greens in the bathtub? I promise you I never want to eat at her house. Not sure, Kathy. Why? Not sure. I doubt it. If we do another show, it's gonna be later in the day. I doubt it. Pandering won't earn top cop Kamala 92% of the black vote. Fam, I just seen a jump off where she was doing the electric slide. They're trying everything that they can do to label her as black. Saying vote for her because she's black and vote for her because she's a woman. Because there's not a policy that she could talk about. There's not a thing that she's ever did in her political career that she could talk about that's going to get us to vote for her. There's not one. If you ask one of these people who support Kamala Harris, you know, what is something that she's done that you support? There's not a black person that could come up with a thing. I don't believe you're going to find a black person that could come up with a positive thing to say about her. That's true. Yes, collard greens could be made in the sink, not the damn tub. You put in your butthole, your all of your privates, not the tub. The sink is fine, especially if you got them double sinks. The sink is fine. The tub is not. What kind of shit is that, fam? Yo, fam, what y'all doing today? Y'all doing anything today? I see you been having cookouts in the weekends. You having another one next weekend? Let me know. If you're having it on Sunday, let me know. Saturdays, my Saturdays is caught up. I got all stuff I got to do with the kids on Saturday, every Saturday. So Saturdays is a dub. This is kid stuff on Saturdays. But Sunday, if you got anything go, if y'all having another one of the, because I want to come play some spades, you rat bastard.
If you like it deep in the bush or prefer it in the outback, make sure you look after your wombat hole.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
Today, I'm here to talk to you about dingers, because like you, this bush has seen a cockatoo. Regardless if you like it deep in the bush or prefer it in the outback, today,
I'm not gonna repost that nor play that. That's just the disrespect. I try not to post stuff. This is literally no way in your house you can store your toothbrush without getting fecal matter on it. Yes, there is. I don't even keep my toothbrush in the bathroom. Just so we can be clear, I don't keep my toothbrush in the bathroom. I keep my toothbrush and my face rag. I don't keep them in the bathroom. Or clean white bucket sitting on the porch with grandma. That's a fact. Anywhere but the bath, almost anywhere except for the bathtub. Next thing you're gonna say, she peels the potatoes for the sweet potatoes in the damn in the bucket she soaks her feet in. She gonna be like, you know, when we be peeling the potatoes for the sweet potato pie and the yams, we always use that bucket we soak our feet in. She just nasty, fam. She just saying any old thing. Hold on, this dude accidentally scooped up a homeless woman. Look how she looks.
Yeah, are you gonna go to the Blue Jays game? No. You wanna like get dinner or something later? Yeah. What's your number?
Well, I don't really have a number. I use the payphone.
Okay.
Or I can use email. But I mean,
Email.
We can make a plan now if you want.
All right.
And we can see each other later.
All right. What's your? Yeah.
Okay. Yes, let's do that. So where do you want to be? Do you want to be at the?
What's your? I'll give you your email. Do you have email?
Yes.
All right. I'll meet you later.
I mean, I'm looking at her pants. You should be able to tell she's homeless. But dude just scooped up a homeless woman. I wonder if he took her out. I wonder if he took her out after he scooped her. Or did he actually take her out? I hope he did, because she looked like she really wanted to go out for a meal. I mean, just to hang out and have somebody to talk to. I forgot about this. Don't forget that in 2019, the reason Jussie Smollett race hoaxed himself 8 days after Kamala Harris announced her run for POTUS was to leverage the nation's sympathy he'd get to endorse Kamala Harris, who happened to be a longtime friend of the Smolletts. The reason was not to get better roles. I forgot about that. This nigga destroyed his whole entire career to try to get Kamala Harris into the White House. Let's make sure it was all for nothing. That's another person who don't want Trump to get sheesh. That's another person that some other people that don't want Trump to get back into office. These media companies. As soon as Trump gets into office, I'll get rid of that bill that Biden, that Obama made, that made it so that the news don't have to tell the truth. Everybody forgets about that. The news don't have to tell the truth. Is this just one chick, or is it just, yeah, this is one chick I'm gonna follow. She just walks around in sundresses all day, apparently. Apparently. I'm following. I'm 100% following. Absolutely. Yeah, she just walks around in sundresses all day. I'm 100% following. I could use this in my feed every now and then. I like a bigger bottom to breast ratio. I just always end up dating chicks with big boobs because those are the only chicks that come up to me and talk first. But I do like I like bigger butt to boob ratio. I just usually end up talking to chicks with big boobs because those be the chicks with all the confidence that come up to you and talk for no reason. And the short girls. Fiction said, hold on, what's her IG? I would show it to you, but then I have to worry about people then contacting the girl and telling her I'm stalking her or some weird other shit, so I can't show you. But I used to show people all the time. Like, yo, go check out this person's page. This page is dope. And the people go there and tell them I'm doing shit I'm not doing. I'm just explaining that if y'all vote Democrat, we are 100% going to be the minority on the planet. These niggas is not rocking with Trudeau and Biden. The rest of these countries is not rocking with Trudeau and Biden. Look at Trump's freaking rally. There's no way in the world. Kamala's in the room with freaking 300 people at the most. She might have 300 people in the room. I seen her in another room where they was doing the electric slide. They probably had 50. Probably. I'm saying higher numbers on purpose to be fair. But look at this. Look at what Trump got. This is just, look at this. There's no way in the world that Kamala Harris is going to win this race. It's not possible. The only way for her to win is if they cheat. That's the only way. That's literally the only way. And I believe that if they try to steal the election this time, that America is going to be in an uproar. And that might be the beginning of our civil war. Which they are going to lose. Because they really are a minority. They're just tricking the rest of us. Well, not me, but they're just tricking a lot of people into thinking that they're not the minority. They are the minority. They are the minority. All of these politicians like this, their time is up. Her time is up. All of these politicians, their time is up. What's going to happen is we're going to have a lot of white politicians. And then people are going to say the nation is racist again. When that white people aren't going to get elected because they're white, they're going to get elected because they're going to have good policies. Better policies than these mofos have. Tada says, oh, they're going to cheat. So get ready. There's going to be a civil war. Look, in Seattle, thousands of Christians marching. There's no way they're getting a re-elect. There's no way. Stop letting them fool you. They are the minority. Sometimes it's hard to tell because they're also the most loudest and the most vocal. Like I keep trying to tell y'all. Like I got this issue with where I live at, right? But the people who are trying to cause me hardship, they're actually the minority. They're just loud and vocal. You understand what I'm saying? Like if they see me, they follow me. You understand what I'm saying? The people that support me or like what I'm doing or don't have an issue with me, they're not following me when they fucking see me. They might say, what's up? And then keep it pushing. But the people that don't like me, they following me around, making it look like there's more than there actually is. That's how Satan works.
One day after mocking Christianity at the Olympics by recreating the Last Supper with men dressed in creating the last. Paris just experienced a massive power outage one day after mocking Christianity at the Olympics by recreating the Last Supper with men dressed in drag. At this year's Olympics, the opening ceremony featured a woman portraying Jesus, with drag queens around her portraying the disciples, which sparked massive controversy worldwide for the obvious blasphemy that occurred. The Olympics also featured other satanic imagery to mock the Bible, such as worshipping a golden calf in reference to Exodus 32:4, as well as featuring the apocalyptic pale horse of death in Revelation 6:8. The organizer of these anti-Christian themes goes by the name of Thomas Jolly, a Talmudic Satanist who has also been under fire for orchestrating the performances. However, God quickly judged the city of Paris just one day after, with a blackout hitting the entire city except for one church, known as the Sacré-Cœur Basilica. Many people refer to this incident as a divine judgment from God after mocking his name. Galatians 6:7 says, "Do not be deceived, God is not mocked. For whatever one sows, that will he also reap. God is rich in mercy and slow to anger. However, there does come a point in time where he will no longer tolerate the blasphemy of his word as well as his son, Jesus Christ." Paris just experienced a massive power outage. Paris just
Yeah, bye. Yeah, bye.
Here we go.
Mira la señora, esta señora caminando, rayando los carros, esa señora. Está rayando los carros del parking lot, esa señora. Rayando los carros. Pues no sé, pero mira, está caminando, rayando los carros con su llave.
Wow, that's crazy. People are bananas. Let's look at this poll real quick. Some lady was scratching cars in the parking lot. People got mental health problems, right? Niggas is really, people are really out here with mental health problems, for real, for real. And those be the main people that y'all be freaking co-signing. That's the part that always kills me. Anyway, do you think that 36 people voted? Do you think the Olympics opening ceremony was blasphemous? 58% said yes, 17% said no, 25% said just want to see the results. First, for everybody that said no, you're gonna have to probably answer to God for that at some point or another. I know you think that it's small. You might be like, "Oh, I was joking, God." I promise you, he's not gonna take it as a joke. You're gonna probably have to, those 17% is gonna most likely have to answer. You better hope you answer to that while you're here on earth, instead of having to answer after you're not here anymore. Because if you have to answer for it when you're not here anymore, that's eternity. That's on your ledger. How you want to put it. Your what they used to tell the kids, your permanent record. Now look at this. Revolutionary Communists of America. Who do you think these are? Democrats? These are leftists. Coming straight out saying that they're communists. Democrats are communists. Socialism is communism. Who promotes socialism? We just talked about, I just showed y'all a clip of the director from the event. He is Satanist. He knew what he was doing. He's a Satanist. He knew exactly what he was doing. The people who put him in charge of the event knew what they were doing, because they knew what he was going to do. He's a whole Satanist. He's a Satanist. They all knew what he was doing. They knew what he was going to do. He knew what he was going to do. I believe that was the plan from the rip. Like from the jump. That I believe that was the plan. Remember, I just played it like 2 seconds ago. Remember, these individuals are trying to do everything they can to create shock and awe. They're not trying to live hospitably. They're not trying to live with any other people. They're not trying to assimilate, be assimilated. You understand? They're trying to assimilate. So they don't want you to be kind to, gay people. They want you to also be gay. I'm going to say that again. They don't want you to be treat gay people like, humans. They want you to also be gay. I will not ever vote for another Democrat unless they come out specifically against that agenda. I would just never vote for another Democrat because they're not going to do that. Not ever. I don't think I will ever vote for another Democrat. One, I'm extremely picky with voting, just so we can be clear. Because I understand the implications of what my vote does outside of just the ramifications of counting the numbers and then choosing whoever the official is to be elected. I understand that has a much deeper impact on the destination of my soul and telling God where I stand. I understand this. So I consider my vote to be important. And I much rather not vote than vote for somebody who is going to push an agenda that I don't agree with. Just so we can be clear, I much rather just not vote. If there's any uncertainty, any.
Ariel Fodor, affectionately known as Mrs. Frazzle, to her combined audience of over 1.5 million followers, is here to help gentle.
To President Harris, now the presumptive nominee. Senator, are you encouraging Senate Democrats, including those in battleground states, to invite her to campaign with them, to have her in their advertisements?
Yeah, the Biden-Harris record is just incredible, as I mentioned. All the specific things that they have passed together working with us. So it's an incredible record, and our senators are already talking about it.
Vice President Harris, now the presumptive nominee. Senator, are you encouraging Senate Democrats, including those in Vice President?
I would not ever vote Democrat again. I'm sorry. Look what this person wrote. America's already at war. The worst part is half of the country don't even know it. Bam. These are Democrats. They're the communists. They're the communists. Socialism is communism. Kamala Harris said she wants everybody to end up at the same place. That's communism. Then you're going to have people that's going to try to argue and say, no, that's not what she meant. That's what she meant. She want, independent of where you start out, she want everybody to end up at the same place. Meaning, your effort doesn't matter. Your intellect don't matter. Your know-how don't matter. Everybody gets a trophy. Now they so mad that they can't use the law to go after Donald Trump that Biden is trying to dismantle the way the Supreme Court is ran. He can't, but he's trying. Bananas. Bananas. Yo, why they keep this dude in skinny jeans for? Is there a reason that they keep him in skinny jeans or skinny pants? Like, is there a reason? I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, I'm think I'm about to get ready to let y'all go. I'm gonna see if they're gonna show me how to make these. Or they just showing the food. Nah, they just showing the food. They're not showing me how to make these. All right. A recipe book for is pretty big. How do you feel about Trump saying after these 4 years, no one has to vote anymore? I think there's people running with that wrong, with the assumption that he's saying once he becomes president, then he's going to become president forever and there's never going to be a different person. I think basically he's saying is when he gets elected again, he's going to get rid of all of these people and there's not going to be a problem. You're not going to have to vote. It'll go back to being if that's something you want to do because everybody's competent. That's what I think he's saying. But while we have these individuals trying to get elected, we have to vote. And I think that's what he's saying. That's what I think he's saying. I don't think he's saying you're gonna elect me and then nobody's ever I'm gonna be president forever. Whoa. I don't think he's doing it. I think he's just basically saying, I pray that when he gets elected, he goes after all of these pedophiles as hard as possible, all these PDF files. I hope he goes after them as the most that anybody has ever. I hope he goes after all of these schools that want to indoctrinate children. I hope he goes after all of the freaking people, all of the transgender people that have been dancing in these schools and gyrating in front of these kids. I want all of them arrested, every last one of them. I want him to go after like 80% of the damn Democrats. Just go after them. Get him up out of here. And that's what I hope he does. I don't know what he's going to do, obviously, but I hope that's what he does. Get him up out of here. They use the law against you. Now it's your opportunity to, and he's not going to have to do any of that, but I hope his Department of Justice does. I hope he could just sit back, do what he's supposed to be doing as far as running the country, and the Department of Justice takes care of all of this. I want every last one of them dudes that dressed up and drag and went in one of them schools and danced around. All of them niggas need to be put in jail for a minimum of 5 years. A minimum. Some of them probably that need to be in jail for 20 years. The mofos that was out there doing it every opportunity they got. You did that shit more than 5 times. You should get 5 years for every time you did it. That's the way I feel. You did it once, you get 5 years. You did it 3 times, you get 15. You did it 4 times, you get 20. You did it 20 times, it is what it is, fam. You live there now. That's what I want. All of these politicians that have been trying to make sure that our borders stay open and we can't defend our border, I want them to all be exposed, and I want the people to vote them out. Got a lot of stuff we got to do, fam. And I'm hoping they take care of it. That's that. And with that being said, I'm going to let y'all go. I am not going to lie to y'all. It's time to eat. I'm hungry. It's time for lunch. If anybody want to send lunch money, you can send lunch money. But I got to go and I got to eat. I'm hungry. With that being said, I love y'all. Everybody, just have a blessed day. Go out there into the world. Do something worth doing and stamp God's name on it. God will not be mocked. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bonus. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I hate when I press the button too many times. I'm